Got the music, we got the pictures, all the signs that New York City is coming back to life, right? It has been 2 weeks since Governor Andrew Cuomo lifted COVID restrictions across the state, and since then, we've celebrated the Puerto Rican Day Parade as well as the Pride Parade.
Now, New York City and company is rolling out the red carpet for guests returning to the city with a new campaign, and here to tell us all about it is Fred Dixon, the president and CEO. Good morning, Fred. Good to see you.
Good morning, Jen and Betty. Great to see you both.
Absolutely. Okay, so restaurants, businesses, they were busy this weekend. We were just talking about how everyone was out and about. The city celebrated Pride weekend, and New York City and company wants to keep that momentum going. So tell us how this new campaign is going to work.
Absolutely. It's feeling great out there. And so this campaign launched last Thursday. The campaign is called It's Time for New York City because, to put it quite simply, all of our research showed that visitors were looking for the sign that it's time to come back to New York. So we're telling them it's time. It's time for Brooklyn, Staten Island, Queens, the Bronx. Come on back into New York City. We are ready. We are open, and you are welcome to visit. There's so much happening across the 5 boroughs this summer, as you all well know. You just talked about Pride. And this effort is going to go out in 3 concentric waves. The first one now speaking to the Northeast market, which is our core. Telling them that the time is now to come into New York. All the great things that they want to see are coming back. Look, Broadway started this past weekend. So it's a great time, and we're excited to get this effort underway.
So let me ask you this, because a lot of people are saying, wow, there's traffic back. We're seeing a lot of heck more people walking around. What was the number of tourists that visited New York, I guess, before COVID? And what are you expecting those numbers to be now, if you can kind of take out your crystal ball?
Absolutely. Great question. And it is a crystal ball, right? So before COVID, 66 million visitors came to the 5 boroughs from around the world, right? And our forecast this year expect that there's a tremendous amount of pent up demand. And so once people begin traveling this summer, and we're already seeing, huge indicators of that we will be back to half of our 2019 record number by the end of December. So about 36 million visitors by the end of this year. And we expect 10 million to come into the city before the end of the summer.
I think you're right. There is that pent-up demand for sure.
That's so true. Half by December. When will we see full capacity back?
So that will depend upon a few things, right? Namely, how quickly the international borders reopen and how quickly international travel resumes. And that is an open question right now, with the variant still surging in many of our core markets like India and China, not China rather, but Brazil and other parts of Latin America, of course. But business travel is the other component of that. So as companies are coming back to work, they're putting their employees back on the road. Groups and meetings are beginning to resume. So we're a couple of years out from being fully back across all the different verticals to where we were in 2019.
Yeah, I mean, if you just take hotel occupancy, for example. My neighbor, she works in a hotel in Times Square, and she said just this past weekend alone, it went from 0 to 60% capacity in like a snap of a finger. But let's talk about this, because some of New York's very own celebrities, they pitched in to help bring back New York as well. And so this is pretty interesting what you guys are rolling out, because visitors can look at this unique itinerary to help them along. What is this all about?
Absolutely. One of the things, and we talked about it, right, is FOMO, right, to get people out and about, that fear of missing out. And so we worked with a number of celebrities, and more rolling out over the summer, to create these new 5-borough itineraries. So if you want to discover A$AP Ferg's New York, you can go right onto NYCgo.com, for example, see the places that he has picked out. We have other artists like Danny Burstein, Bianca Moroccan, Jeffrey Zakarian, Rocco DeSpirito, many, many more coming. So it just gives you a different way to slice the city and the experiences. They're curated by these different celebrities. We're going to be giving away one of these trips every week for the next 8 weeks. So airfare and hotel included to come into New York. So tell your friends and family, it's time to come. So
how can they get on this action to win a trip?
So all you have to do is go to NYCgo.com. That's our website. And you can find the itineraries there. We're going to ask you to pick one, or you can pick your own, and then just enter to win. It's as simple as that.
So some big events between now and the fall. What are you cooking up?
I mean, there is so much going on this summer. It's difficult to keep up with. I'm excited about Celebrate Brooklyn. I think it's going to be an incredible lineup all summer long. Of course, we've got the fireworks coming back. East River, July 4th. That's going to be a huge moment for the city itself. You've got Harlem Week coming up in August, of course. The U.S. Open at 100% capacity starting at the end of August. And then, you know what? We're going to be back in business. Fall's going to be here before you know it, with Broadway really cranking up, Fashion Week, moving into the United Nations General Assembly. So it's going to start to feel a lot more like normal in New York, and we're looking forward to welcoming the visitors back.
Absolutely. You just kind of made us fall in love with New York again, reminding us of all the things that we've been missing out on.
Minus the parking during the UN General Assembly.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you
So
can
is
help us
that
out
back?
with that.
Is that going to be back in person?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think we'll have to get back to you on that one.
Yeah, I'm off that week. Okay. Thank you so much, Fred Dixon.
Good to see you. Thanks.
Good to see you both. Thank you.